call the regular monthly meeting of the Johnson County Fiscal Court to order at this time. First item on the agenda is the minutes or the Pledge of Allegiance. If you would, Mike, you want to lead us in the pledge?
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item is the approval of the minutes of the October 16th special meeting and November 2nd special meeting. And you have those before you.
Move to approve as presented.
A motion by Commissioner Daniel to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gann. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is payment of the bills. We have the monthly bills before you. I think we had some in the folder as well. Okay. And they appear to be nothing extraordinary. That is this.
No, they're about the same, Judge.
Okay. Just the normal cost of doing business for the county. Seems like that you hear everywhere you go nowadays to public meetings. You hear people wringing their hands and moaning and groaning and talking about the cost of doing business, but unfortunately that's all part of the process. And I can tell you this, it's not going to get any easier, it's not going to do anything to get worse. And I don't know what they're going to do in Frankfurt with the pension problem, but I can tell you it's a big-time problem. It's going to take a big-time fix, and neither side that I've heard so far, I don't think has got a clue how much it's going to cost. When you're talking about billions of dollars, I know nobody wants to pay money out of their pocket, but it's going to come to all of us, especially all of us that have employment with the local governments or the state or whoever. It's not going to be easy. But that's a story for a later day, I guess.
I make a motion to pay the bills as presented.
Motion from Commissioner Adams, pay the monthly bills.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Daniel. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, transfers from the fiscal court. As you know, those of you that attend on a regular basis, this is the standard transfer for us of $40,000 a month from 4909 jail fund to the general fund, and that's the same as this year. We've are the same as last month, and probably the same next month. These are necessary things, not necessarily that we like them or we enjoy paying, spending that much money on the jail, but it is the single largest expenditure we've got, and it just breaks your heart when you see so many things needed by the people of this state, and different groups that see money cut and funding cut all the time, and then our jail costs are going that way all the time. and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's killing every county in the state of Kentucky. We also need help, but I don't know where it's going to come from, because by the time, like I said, the pension thing's going to be one big issue. They're going to take all the money they can find, I think, to try to fill that gap. But, did we vote on that?
No,
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
we got
Do a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, give me a motion.
Motion
Darren, thank you.
40,000 from 40909 to 419.
Have a motion from Darren,
second.
second by Kathy. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, sheriff's tax settlement. Dealing with unmined coal. This is a period from May 17th, or May 1st through October 16th. You see those disbursements. For the payments to Johnson County School District, Johnson County Library, the Health Department, Extension Service, Conservation. And you have those breakdowns before you in that entire packet. For instance, Johnson County Treasurer received bills of $5,178 with penalties and interest. That was $21.46. They added the total additions is $21.46. Total charges $5,199. Credits of $364.03. Charges over credits is $4,835.53, and the sheriff has paid $4,835.53, which is what he owed us. If you go across each of the taxing districts up there, you see the charges, you see any additional payments that go on that, or charges go on that, and then you see the credits that are reducing those numbers. And then you have charges over credit and then the amounts paid. So that's self-explanatory. We've got a sack full of those in front of us. Drew, the whole thing.
I wouldn't think so.
Anybody has, I think you all have anybody that wants a copy has a copy of all of the taxes and all the unmined numbers that he's dealing with there. Anybody that wants a copy and has any questions, we'd be more than happy to.
Probably gonna drop next year too, because the tax
Yeah,
system's
it's
put
gonna
down.
get lower every year. So, we had high hopes that was gonna change, but it didn't. There have been a little bit of a change, which is kind of surprising, although I've heard people here in eastern Kentucky, even Johnson County, saying, well, I see a few coal trucks running every now and then. So those numbers are going up just a fraction, but not enough to make a difference. Pardon?
Sure.
Yeah, we was looking to see if we had another page in there, but we don't. Anybody have any questions regarding? I need a motion then to adopt the tax settlement.
Move to approve, sure.
Motion by Commissioner Daniel,
Second.
second by Commissioner Gamble. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the clerk's quarterly report. You have that report before you. Beginning balance plus receipts year-to-date, $6,015,584.
Okay.
Fee account actual, those were budget estimates and actual. We have $5,084,731. Total disbursements, you see the disbursements, and a book balance of $29,999. Bank statement balance is $261,965 plus deposits in transit, $54,417. Outstanding checks of $286,388, which gives you a reconciled bank balance of $29,994. Sally, are these numbers about normal, or are they up,
It's like,
down substantially?
We're about a million, and, you know, it looks like we should hit this number by the fourth quarter. Looks like we're running pretty well on track.
It looked like that's what I was thinking.
It's real close to last year
Yeah,
this time.
it's real close.
Well, that's good to hear. I hope things work out. If you look on the breakdown, you got 3 or 4 pages there. You have 100 or so or more entries. She says these numbers are pretty much on target. You can see the budget numbers, and then you can see the breakdown, and even year-to-date. We will ask anybody again that would like to go through this. It will give you copies. We'll answer any questions. Clerk will be more than happy to have you stop by if you review it and think of something after the meeting or have an issue, even during the meeting, let us know. But essentially, the 2017 budget, if you look down bottom of the page, you get the final settlement down there. And you have year-to-date numbers out there on the last column. So by the time we reach the end of the budget year, she thinks that's going to be pretty much on target. Have any questions or comments about this clerk's quarterly report? If not, I think a motion is in order to approve the clerk's quarterly report.
I'll make a motion to approve the quarterly report is presented.
I have a motion by Commissioner Adams,
Second.
second by Commissioner Daniel. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. That's all we have on our regular agenda. This was a very short meeting tonight. Gary, I know you've got some numbers here. Are they, is this just your report of activities?
Yeah.
Is there anything else going on?
Judge, the only thing, just want to give a quick update on some of the grant projects. I think I spoke to the court last month concerning the Homeland Security grants. Regina and I will be going to Frankfurt this Thursday to pick up the contracts that was for Black Gap, Williamsport, and Thelma. And we'll be bringing them back to you for your signature, and we'll get started on these projects. And also, we've started work on the generator projects for WR Castle Fire Department and Red Bush Station 2. I know they've got the concrete pad poured at WR, and I think they've got Red Bush ready to pour. I don't know if the weather cooperated enough or not. But hopefully those will be completed by the end of December. And the generator's already in, they're in Pikeville, waiting for us to get the electrical work done and everything, and then they'll be hooked up and ready to go. So I just wanted to give the court the update on that.
Well, we appreciate it, Gary, and certainly appreciate the efforts that you guys are making. And of course, I know Regina's a big help. But as we've been talking all night here about the financial climate, keep doing what you're doing on the grants. I know that those funds are probably shrinking like everything else.
They are.
But to try to do the best you can do,
They're very, very competitive.
I guarantee it is. And now you're going up against a lot of cities and counties probably that have been able to maintain their own systems for a long time, and now they're feeling the punch, so they're going to stick their foot in the door if they can. But thank you for what you're doing. We appreciate that very much. And I see we've got a couple of other attendees here tonight. I certainly want to thank Laura and her staff, her entire staff, for everything they've been doing. She's got a lot of notoriety. Laura, is there anything you can talk about?
Just a couple of things, Judge. We are very excited to have entered into a partnership with the Kentucky Historical Society and the Highway Department to refurbish all of Johnson County's historical markers. Going to relocate a couple of those so that they'll be more visible and be seen by a greater number of folks visiting our area.
You're not going to take down any of our Confederate...
No, sir.
Okay, well, good.
No, sir, not going to take any down. We did want to make the court aware that the District 12 Highway Department has located the Johnson County naming historical marker, and we are in the process of refurbishing that. And to ask you, sir, whether you want that placed here at this courthouse or out at the new courthouse.
Well, you know, it's amazing to me when I hear from her about the things she's doing and the group, and then I drive down the road and the next few days and you actually see a lot of the results of some of these things they're doing. And I can't help but think, you know, I never really thought, I've seen those things in a lot of cases, but I never really thought they need to be cleaned up or taken down or whatever, until you actually see the finished product. And then when she starts in with transportation in District 12, I tell you, I deal with those people every day, they're not easy. And I bet you they're scratching their head when you leave up there too soon. Who was it?
They came and visited us this past week and brought 4 of their crew members, and we had a wonderful time looking at different projects that we can do here in Johnson County in regards to the highways, not just the signs. We've got several projects we're going to work on over the winter, but they've been extremely helpful, and the Kentucky Historical Society, Dr. Patrick has been extremely helpful, and anything that we are willing to volunteer for, they're willing to help.
They said they wished someone from every county would volunteer to refurbish these signs because they don't have the time to do, you know, to keep them cleaned up.
Well, like I said, I'm surprised. Every day it seems like there's something else out there, or she's calling about something. Sometimes I can help and sometimes I can't. That's just the nature of the beast. But
Also, Judge, if you don't mind, I wanted to tell you all that we have purchased a vehicle for Trailtown. We now have wheels, and we have plans for the spring to offer shuttle service to our visitors here in Johnson County, as well as to offer tours, both historical and adventure tourism type tours.
right.
So we're on the move, literally now.
Well, I certainly want to give you all the credit in the world for it. for years, I've sat in on meetings and listened to people talk and have recommendations and say, we need this, we need that. And rarely do you see a lot of activity and actual productivity in those areas. But you guys, I've said last month, I guess, you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk, and I appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
I don't know how you have time to get it all done, but thank you for doing what you're doing.
She's a machine.
Literally.
Thank you. And we got other visitors here. Is there anything you want to bring to court at this time?
Judge, I talked to Mr. Endicott, and talked to you also.
Give your name.
Okay, my name's William Fraley. I live in West Van Lear, Kentucky. I talked to Mr. Endicott and talked to you also about one of my neighbors right across the street has brought 2 hogs in, and it's literally like within 100 foot of my front door, and they stink to high heaven. I just wish the court would be able to do something to help me get rid of them.
Well, like I told you, I don't know if the court has any wiggle room or not. The only thing I know that you could do that the court could do would be if there was a nuisance. Well, there is a nuisance law in effect, but it would be what kind of code violations might there be?
We passed a county ordinance consistent with the state law ordinance on public nuisance. If the court finds that the activity is in fact a public nuisance, we can take action, or I can take action if you want me to direct us to do it. We had a similar situation last year, I think, in West Van Lear with some chickens.
I think I wrote that guy a letter. It was about.
Yeah, I think we could start, and he quit. He stopped at that point after we wrote the letter and he left. I mean, we can, if the court is satisfied that the nuisance is going on, we can go forward with it.
What's the nature of that
Well,
process?
I think the first step would be pretty simple, is put him on notice and ask him to abate the nuisance. And if he doesn't, if you go forward to do a public nuisance lawsuit in front of Judge Preston.
And the fact that we don't have planning and zoning or anything like that.
Right. No, I don't think,
That doesn't affect that?
I don't think so.
So you think we can write him a letter and start the process?
Yes, sir.
I have no problem with that, William. I told you that when you left me or we quit talking, to ask Mike, because I knew there was a nuisance issue there before, but I wasn't sure what the process was. But if that's the way we need to get started to look at this thing, I don't have a problem with that.
I went out and I got a petition, and I think I got 15 signatures, and had it dropped off to Mr. Endicott's office over there.
I seen a copy of it.
Huh?
I think I got a copy of it.
Right. And like I said, I just, I mean, during Halloween, couldn't even sit out on the porch to give out candy because it just doesn't have.
Well, I told you, we talked, I would probably feel exactly the way you do. But lacking specific authority, or planning and zoning would be much easier, that'd be the way to go. It's just a fact of life that rural Kentucky don't have planning and zoning. I don't know of a single, not one single county that's got planning and zoning in eastern Kentucky, or I'll bet there's not 10 or 15 in the entire state of Kentucky.
I just appreciate anything that this court could do for me.
Well, if the letter will get this thing started and that leads us to other things, then I think I, for one, and I know I speak for the court, I think we'll do whatever we can do legally to see if we can get some help.
That's all I ask.
Have you talked to your neighbor about it?
Yes, I have. I asked him, Darren, before he even got them. I said, please don't get them. I said, they're going to stink. And his very words, I can do whatever I want to with them. It's my property, and I understand that. But I mean, to me, I think you got to consider your neighbors. And you know how houses is close up on this family.
There's more than just you that live there too.
Yeah, Yeah,
So that's the thing.
yeah. And I talked to him after that. I even asked him, I said, can you move them over on the riverbank? He said, no.
We're not even on the riverbank.
No, they're not on the riverbank. They're right up at the edge of the riverbank where you first go over that first step there. And like I said, it's literally 100 foot from my front door. Again, I appreciate y'all's time.
Can we get his name?
Yeah, Mike, have you got everything you need with it, Mike?
Yeah, I think I've got it somewhere.
Yeah. If you need it, I've got copies of
I'll
that.
follow up with him tomorrow.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you all.
Thank you, we appreciate it. Is there anybody else that has anything to bring before the court at this time for the good of the county? Not, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Have a motion and a second.
Second.
We're adjourned.